Hi guys, Thursday, and we're doing this a Wednesday morning, but happy Thursday to you if you're watching it on a Thursday. It's our first of 8 races on the Vaal Classic track. The first is run over 2,000 metres. Our information is up on our Twitter account, @Waited2Win is the handle, and we also got a YouTube as well as a WhatsApp number that you can engage and follow and be part of the team. We'd love to have you as always. Darren Murray's with me again this morning. Darren Burrow's off a couple of days, and so we're going to catch up for Thursday, where the opener's got Impression top of the boards, trading at 18-10, favourite for Sean Terry. Does look like the right horse in the race. Having said that, it is a work riders race, so there may be chances given to the likes of Marn Kalen and even on the guest list. Another one who's in the betting that can't be left out of it is Queen Britannia, who I see is also at 7-2. So there's a three-way second favourite, 7-2, about those three horses. But the got Impression is favourite 18-10.
Yes, Clyde, Impression, her later start is her best start to date. I certainly believe she's going to love the step up in trip because her dam placed over 2,400 in Ireland. So it looks like the penny's starting to drop for her and she's getting better with racing. So I have put her into the bar pot. Backed her up with number 1, Marn Kalen. Last time out she got left and she ran on extremely well in her first start over the 2,000 metres. So she certainly does get the trip, Clyde, and she holds Queen Britannia on that start. On the guest list, I've got my stamina doubts with regard to her chances. So 1 and 2 for me in the opening leg of the bar pot.
Okay, so you're not sure if on the guest list is going to see it out. So we've got bar pot numbers for you on that basis, just what you heard Daryl say. And he thought that Marn Kalen and Impression 1 and 2 would probably fight this out. Then 4 and 6, then 5, 8, 9. Then we are bankering with 2 later on. That is Call Me When You Need Me by 2, 3, 8, 9, by 2 and 4. Race 2 on the card. Banner Bridge won't be running, obviously, after yesterday, so that's been taken out. Race 2, scratch number 3. Race 2, scratch number 3. Here's a look at the market quickly, give you an idea what it looked like on Wednesday. Great Affair, we're going for that. It's 2-1. It's the top of the boards. 5, A Fraud. Second choice at 28-10. And number 1, Captain Chorus, is the third choice, trading at 9-2 together with number 2, Earl. Small field of them. This was, as stated, already out 3, so there are only a few left. And Great Affair, I guess, the horse to beat.
I like the look of his chances, Clyde. Last time out, I thought he was desperately unlucky. He was moving in to win that race, and then, unfortunately, the whip got struck out of Rachel's hand. I think if he just got 1 or 2 behind, he would have gone on with it. He's off the same rating over the same track and trip. He's certainly the horse to beat. I know on paper, A Fraud is a runner because he's better off at the weights, and A Fraud met a strong field last time out, but he was beaten a long way. So I'm going into this race confident with regards to Great Affair's chances. I think his danger could be number 6, Labicho. Now, he's only been 2,000 to date. He's stayed on in both of those starts. He now tries the extra, Clyde. I think his half-sister by Elusive fought 1 over 2,000 metres. And I think with, 52.5 to shoulder, he could be Great Affair's biggest danger. So I'm going 6 from 4 over here.
All right, so we'll have a look at that. Thank you. Ryan Munger's still in the country. I think he only leaves after Derby Day, so he's on this horse La Beach show that may well be the danger to Great Affair. We've got a rerun for you where they actually met. You could actually watch both of these horses now, and we'll pick it up over the last 400 metres. You'll see Great Affairs in the red sleeves and the white cap, and Frauds in the yellow body with a black cap. And Daryl mentions that Rachel drops the whip. You see right there, whip guard. Am I right, Daryl?
That's right, Clyde.
Just dropped it there, yeah.
It looked like he was going to go on over here, but the winner showed a lot of guts and came back to collar him.
Yeah, absolute value does eventually get the better of this horse, Great Affair at the line, and as you'll see, very unlucky not to have won on that occasion. So that means we've got an exotic lined up for you, and it's place accumulator time, and this is what we intend on doing. We're going both 4 and 6 by 5, 8, 9, by banker 2, by 2, 3, 8, 9, by 2 and 4, by 3 and 5, and at the back 1, 3, 4, 11 and 15. So there are a lot of first-timers now in this Pick 6, and need to find out, the guys on course will find out more about that. But from a Pick 6 perspective, perhaps, relatively easy to get through with a number of first-timers in here. Just note that we've just learned as we speak that the horse King Rahul is out. So number 6 is not going to run in this event. That leaves you with the only racehorse being number 11, Rose Tinted.
Yes. So bank in the opening leg of the Pick 6.
We've got a 5-legged Pick 6 for a change.
Yes.
Okay, that's good news.
Some relief
Some relief, yeah.
For
So,
punters.
what do we do?
Well, look at number 9's name, Real Reed.
There you go. There's the omen.
So that's the omen.
Keegan
Clyde, there's a
DeMello on.
comment. There's a comment with regards to his chances in the front of the computer form. He's working well, if not green. He's expected to be competitive. Dan won 2 races over 14 and 1500 meters. And Clyde, listen to this. He's a half brother to Sugar Gum, who used to race for Gavin Smith in PE. Very, very quick that filly was. So let's see if the money comes for him. Race time. Number 8, there's a little bit of word out for him, ready to charge. Michael Ezzy, I think he's only stepped out 1 juvenile or what?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but the dam was decent.
Cornwall.
Yeah,
This
she
horse
won-
works with Cornwall, it'll win.
She won 5 races, Clyde. I don't know if Cornwall was a juvenile though.
No, okay.
Was he?
I don't know. It was the first time. I'm
Yeah.
not sure of the juvenile.
Anyway, watch the market with regards to his chances because his dam was very good. Clyde, she
Okay.
won 5 races. And a sneaker put in over here, Clyde. There has been no betting support. He's been priced up at 25 to 1. He's number 5 over here. Corpus Rue has done well with his juveniles. And have a look at his breeding. The dam won 4 races between the distances of 1,000 and 1,200 meters. So if there's any outside support for number 5, throw him into your trifectas and quartets. But Clyde, I'm in the dark of here. All first timers.
Yeah.
Banker the 11 in the pick 6 and you'll get through.
Pick 6 is a safe, so let's have a look at that. We've got that exotic put that we can put up for you now. And the first leg, banker the 11, because now we've just discovered that the 6 is out. By banker 2 in the next leg, call me when you need me. By field, by 2 and 4, by 3 and 5, and no chances at the back field. Now that you can halve that, it's 816 Rand perm, because we're bankering the race runner in the first leg. That's our 5-legged pick 6 today. So, call me when you need me is what they say, and this is from the Stuart Pettigrew stable. Diego de Gavea's riding this, priced up 14 to 10, the one to beat. There's a first timer. In fact, there are a couple that are priced up as the second and third favourites in the race. One from Brett Crawford, the other from Michael de Kock. I don't know anything about Dove first timers, but I do know that Call Me When You Need Me is pretty decent.
Yes, touching on the first timers first, Clyde. Number 8, there's no comment in the front of the book. Her half sister, Barcel from Seattle, won 5 races over the sprinting trips. Watch the market with regards to her chances. Number 12, working well, if not too green, expecting to be competitive.
That's quite
The
interesting.
dam was also a 5-time winner, also 6 furlongs and 7 furlongs.
Right.
Number 11, Winter Path. She's much better than her debut. She had a lot of excuses. With a clear run, I could certainly see her running into the money, but I certainly believe the favourite's the horse to beat over here, Clyde. Excellent debut, well supported on that occasion. She got a bit warm behind the pens just before they started loading. That form line has held up. The 3rd place runner won, the 4th place runner won, both convincingly. Then last time out, she far from disgraced in the listed Ruffian Stakes, Clyde, against winners. She's had the 2 runs to date. She's got that racing experience now. Back in maiden company, I think that will stand her in good stead, and I expect her to win unless one of the first timers are really good. So we're taking our chances, but we are bankering her in the jackpot.
Okay, so we're going to take our chances by bankering this horse in the jackpot. Call me when you need me. The first timers will go closer to race time or day of racing. You'll know where you stand. This is the replay that we want to show you, because I think it's important to watch here. Let's go through this, Daryl. And right now, you'll see call me when you need me is in the yellow and the blue colours. And this is the race where Mrs. Geriatrics and Ripple Effect eventually get the better.
Yes, both the frontier both come into the race having won a race, Clyde. And you can see she was far from disgraced. She jumped from the worst draw on that occasion, showed a lot of pace and just faded out late.
Okay, so we're expecting it to show the natural speed again and bank that in our jackpots. Obviously, first timers in jackpots, you know it's not a pick 6, so you know what you need to do with those. If you do like or know something, add it in. By field, by 2 and 4, by 3 and 5. Race number 5, let's get our second pots on. It's over 1,800 metres. Market-wise on Wednesday morning, one on the card. Porta Plata, top of the board at 3-1. 5-1 about Nakokoshesha, number 2 on the card. The 4 Wonder World is at 6-1. The 6 Air Fashion is at 7s. 8-1 about number 8 on the card. That is Hazla Grande, and then you can get 10s and better about the others, including Miss Christmas and the like. So I don't know much about it. What can you guide us with here?
Field.
Field.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good enough. In the jackpot.
Pull up the selections.
A whole lot, is it?
Clyde.
12 of them.
Yeah, a very difficult race to dissect. Certainly not the strongest form lines coming into this race, and moderate horses on offer. Barring possibly number 8, Hazlo Grande, a fair debut, Clyde, but he was beaten a long way. He's damned at stage. She won over 2,000, so I'm expecting him to improve on that effort. But 3 runners, all 3 unplaced, so not the strongest form coming to the race, but he could improve. He's unexposed. I'm going to go with number 3 as my top pick, Wesley Mowing, on Time to Meditate. Last time I Clyde, he contested a handicap, far from disgraced. He actually finished close up on that occasion. Penultimate start, he had no luck in running at the Scottsville circuit. So he stays, and I think he'll be thereabouts. The improver in the race could be number 9. What's that sort of Mercy? Now, shown very little today, Clyde, but he does get fitted with a set of blinkers. The dam won over 1,800. I can see major improvement from this horse. If he gets into the race this time around, he needs to go push forward, be given a chance. So for me, the 9 is the improver in the race. I'm going to say 3, 8, and 9. Followed by the 2, but the race doesn't stop up there.
All right, so it does appear to be open. You've heard it. It's not easy. There are a number of horses here at any price that can win, and so we're going the field. Let's put that up for you. Now, second jackpot, anything possible. Field by 2 and 4 in the next leg, by 3 and 5, and field at the back. It's a plated race, a graduation plate, and it's run over the mile this event. Stratospherics top of the boards at 2-1, when 1 Destiny of Souls 33 to 10 second favourite, and the 2 Crimson King is at 5-1. Has the betting got it right in line? Is it aligned with ratings and plated races and conditions? And
no,
it's not. Why?
Because number 2 Crimson King is slung in of here.
Okay.
He's 6 kilograms best in. He's been as high as a 110 in the past. He's down to a 99, having his peak run. So he's going to be cherry ripe for this race. He's certainly the horse to beat on paper, Clyde. But then you got Stratospheric, who was super, super impressive in his only start for his new yard. We are going to show that replay, Clyde, and viewers won't see that he actually took a hold of the bit up that Turfentine hill. So I was very surprised to see him finish the race he did. In the manner in which he won, because he certainly wasn't stopping.
Well, let's have a look at it. Ricky can show us that replay now. This is what Daryl's talking about. You'll see the last 400 metres, but the speed you see him going at now is the speed he was going at from the word go, right?
That's right, Clyde. One has to touch on, we'll know whether Hazlo Grande has done his form line justice in the previous race. But even if he doesn't, just look how this was won on this occasion, Clyde. He wasn't stopping. My only question mark is, will he pull over the mile? But I think the classic track mile is an easier mile than the Turfentine 1400. I'm not too... I don't know. What do you think about that?
And they don't have a hill to climb and all that sort of stuff. So it is relatively straightforward, really, the Vaal Classic. So I think you may well be right. I know you've got 2 horses in here because you have respect naturally for Crimson King based on what you said earlier. So in our pick 3, we're going 2 and 4 by 3 and 5 by field. Interesting race this. Black Egret going the 1450 for the Ash Fortune stable. Ryan Munger on priced up 4-1. And this was Tizona for Tony Peter and Dennis Schwarz. They priced up 4-1 as well. And there's another one that the market's a bit unsure of. So they've gone three horses. This horse, what is it called? Is it Vitellius for the Mowing stable? Also 4-1. So there's 3 horses top of the boards. And then you've got a horse like Mr. Maloney, number 13, who's priced up at 7s, and 7s about and better about the others. What do you? I know in the one I think you in field in one of the jackpots.
No. I've got 2 runners.
Okay, what do you?
Clyde,
Black Egret and
do you
Tizona.
back 2 horses in a race?
Do I what?
Back 2 horses in a race. Okay, well I'm suggesting to you back them both.
Okay.
The 3 and the 5, and I do believe you'll show profits. I can't see anything winning barring the 2 of them. Black Egret was very, very impressive when winning last time out, Clyde. He won a lot easier than what the margin suggests. Ryan only asked him for an effort very late in that race and he was extending. So from a one draw, he should certainly get the run of the race. And they've always regarded him highly. So he's more than capable of going on with it right now. Tizona, yeah, we got a horse joining the Tony Peter yard. We know that they're capable of improving horses, Clyde. That's a fact. And he doesn't bring the worst form line into this race. You can see his ratings down to a 74 from an 84. And he's bumped some decent sorts in the past.
Sure.
In the Western Cape.
That last
Future
start was
Swing,
particularly good, I mean.
Yeah, Future Swings 1-2 from there. Nevada Kings and our sorts. And what I like about him, Clyde, is he's drawn alongside Black Egret. If he can just be given a chance, slot in behind him, get the run of the race, I could see him making a winning debut for his new yard. Just one I want to touch on for the trifecta at a big price, Clyde. Number 11, Flying Grace, pulling terribly in his later starts. If you can switch off, he could sneak into the back end of the trifecta. So 3 and 5 to fight it out.
Okay, and just so, if I may, on that Future Swing run where you were talking about that horse that is now with Tony, Billy Spellbound and Blackberry Malt are also in there, and they're not,
Yes,
they're not slouches, those horses either. So, based on that, it's got to have a big chance.
Yeah, hopefully Stratospherics won the previous race, and we can get a comment from Tony with regards to Zona's chances. If he gives us a green light,
you can have a go.
Stuck in, yes.
All right, well, let's see, guys. This is our second last of the day. This is what we recommend that you do. Daryl says back both. Well, we're taking exactas. We think that's the best way. 3 and 5. Eighth and final, we're going over the 1,000 metres now, and here they bet 9-2 the field. Daryl Marie's got in his last jackpot, the whole field, I think, so all of them are in there. Letitia's Angels, top of the boards, number 3, priced up at 9-2. Samoa not out of it, the 11 at 7-1. We saw the stable have a winner just the other day, and Trey Amici is priced up at 8-1 at the moment. And, I think you get 10s and better about the others, but it's one of those races where roll the dice.
Yeah,
roll the dice.
You said I've got the field. I've got the field and more because I've got the scratchings too. Clyde.
As well, okay. I don't know what will end up starting favourite, to be honest.
I don't know. Let's see if number 15 gets a run. Pindam Zala, if he does, I can see him running into the money. Vaal Park, Clyde, 1 from 1 over the course in distance. You can see he's 1.5 kilos better off with Letitia's Angel. So not much separating the two of them on paper. Samoa, how well is Sean Patterson doing?
Very well, Sean.
She's a consistent 8-year-old mare. Well of year, she's actually joint best weighted.
Yeah.
But I think the likes of number 1 of year, Clyde Smith and Wesson, I think the race could really pan out for him, although he's not well drawn. I see that there is speed down the inside. And I believe we haven't seen the best of him in his recent starts. So I think he should run into the money. In a wide open race, where I've suggested to go field in the exotics, I'm hoping Smith and Weston could hit the board and run into the money. So that's the only bet I've suggested in the last.
You could be right about that. That's priced up. What price is it? It's a 12-1 shot right now. Is number 12 Smith and Weston. But I think it's a much of a muchness, to be honest. So take your pick, really. And here's a recommendation from our side for the last race today. That's Smith and Weston, a place bet. And that may mean double your money or treble your money, a place about this horse.